A lot of times where you all make mistakes at is that you're great communicators. Narcissistic people are only great listeners when they are trying to manipulate you, right? They'll communicate in the beginning to manipulate you as well. But what happens is when you're sitting there texting and yelling and screaming and crying and going off and following them and going to the job and knocking on the door, they're just sitting there like, they like that going back and forth. They love it. You know what they hate though? Silence. But I can give you the silent treatment because I know you don't like it and I know it feels good to me to know that it doesn't feel good to you. But the moment you give a narcissistic person the silent treatment, it's because you haven't been giving it to them ever, because you like to talk. You like to be in the know. You like to communicate. But when you give them that, they feel good. But when you take it back from them, oh, it's one of the worst things in the world. I hate it. It was like when I did finally talk to her, whoever she was at the time. So you then would blame you. How you gonna give me the silent treatment? How you gonna be quiet? Now you acting like me. That ain't cool. You shouldn't even act like me. Let me act like me. I know I heard what you said. I know I get on your nerve, but not calling back, by not texting. But you can't be doing that to me. It ain't fair. Both of us can't do it. That was me. Both of us can't do it. Just let me do it, and then I'll go into a funk, and then just leave me alone for a little while. I'll come out of it, and I always will come out of it. But I could do the silent treatment for weeks. Months, my light's tripping. So keep that in mind. The silent treatment, narcissistic people do not like it. Matter of fact, they hate it. And it drives them crazy. It drove me batty. It drove me nuts because I didn't have control over what I used to have control over. And then once it was being done to me, it was like, because it happened all of a sudden. So when you're always communicating with a narcissistic person, we become spoiled. We like it. We love it. It feels good. And then when you cut that cord, when you shut it down, when you shut it off, narcissistic people don't know how to respond to abruptness, because we're always getting what we want and getting our favors and sex and networking with people and money and whatever. But once you shut it off, once that well runs dry, they're not used to it. They don't know how to act or react. So they flip out. Then they start to beg and plead and apologize. Don't believe it. I did that too. Only to get her back and to hurt her for hurting me for something I did wrong. All right, y'all keep that in mind. Y'all have a great day.